Hi, PK here. The quote I've chosen for this segment is, "We die." That may be the meaning of life, but we do language. That may be the measure of our lives. What I'm focusing on from this quote is the word language. How do we use language to communicate with each other? Language and communication are up to us to keep alive or let die. Language can be used in a positive way. However, on the flip side, it can be used in a negative, oppressive, abusive, and violent way. Language can bring us together to support, grow, and nurture, but it can also be used to hurt, divide, and be turned into a weapon. Language is in our hands, and it is up to us to be positive and constructive to keep it alive, to kill it, or allow it to be killed. If language does die, then we're all to blame. What the author of the quote is trying to convey is that language and communication can create differences if it is misused, and in turn can lead to anger, hate, and violence. We can use language as a tool for good to help build. Do what you can not to use it as a weapon to destroy. Now, what I find interesting is that everybody wants to hear something good or positive told to them about who they are, how they look, and or what they do. No matter who you are, you don't want to hear something negative about you. Constructive criticism is one thing, but when someone else uses negative language to you or about you, it hurts. Growing up, we harden ourselves against hurtful language, but deep down, you don't like to hear it. On the outside, one can say, "I don't care," like the honey badger video.
Honey badger don't care. Honey badger don't give a shit.
Because you don't want to let others think that they affected you. We're human, and getting hurt by language to one degree or another is human. Typically, when one hears negative things thrown at or about them, he or she either throws negativity back or shuts down. When negative language is thrown back, it becomes a tennis match with no one wanting to give in and be the loser. For those that shut down, quite often their hurt is taken out against someone or something else, which continues the hurt. We have to remember to use the language with others you would like to hear that opens you, and not the language that closes you. This quote comes from an author's acceptance speech from winning the Nobel Peace Prize for Literature. The author here created and used a story in her acceptance speech to speak about the power of language. It was written that the author combined the ability to enlighten and blur, harass and rescue, appreciate and taint the human experience. The meaning of the quote can speak to everyone, no matter your gender, views, or age. This quote comes from author Chloe Anthony Wolford, better known as Toni Morrison. In 1993, Toni Morrison became the first Black woman to win a Nobel Peace Prize, which she earned in the literature category. Toni's novels examine the realities and struggles of life as a Black American. However, when examined, some of those same struggles can be identified by others around the world. The Nobel Committee specifically noted that she delves into the language itself, a language she wants to liberate from the fetters of race, which one can see in the quote from her acceptance speech when she won the prize. Whatever you may believe is the true meaning of life, how we communicate and tell our own individual stories sets us apart from all other living beings on Earth. Remember, we can use language as a tool for good to help build. Do what you can not to use it as a weapon to destroy. Use the language with others you would like to hear that opens you, and not the language that closes you. Take care.